so it's a stress ball.
Chess ball. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. Good. But today you don't need it, I think.
No, actually not.
Okay, good. Yeah, the recording has been started. So everyone, welcome here. Yes, and we are recording this webinar for the information that everyone who wants to see this once again, you will be able to see this, I think, on the next day on our YouTube channel. And everyone who wasn't able to attend, you will get the chance to see it on our YouTube channel as well. So you will be also informed automatically. But if you are not a follower on our YouTube channel, just take the chance, get it, and you will be automatically informed, not with the content of our webinars, just also the education content of Matthias as well.
Hmm.
Yes. And Orlando with his daily edge news.
Yes, and he is a specialist for forex trading in our team.
Yes, correct. So let's start at first with the compliance issue, the risk disclaimer. So same procedure as every webinar, I would say. And yes, if you have got questions regarding the risk disclaimer after the webinar, we will show the email address where you can contact us anytime. Yeah, today we have got a very interesting topic, news trading how.
Hmm.
Yeah, because news trading is very, very current or very actual today because the news trading has, at this time, I would say, a very big influence on the stock market worldwide. Trump Twitter,
Hmm.
Trump message, Trump news, everything. And
It's all about Trump.
all about Trump. Yes, correct. Good. This news trading this news trading course is also available on our course page. We will also taking only a little part of our course page. And today we will have a content with, yes, first, a different kind of news. Second, how to use an economic calendar. And third, preparing your day.
Hmm.
Have you got the link ready?
No, no. Should I searching for it or?
I can do it as well. One moment. So I can copy the link and paste it in the chat screen.
You have it
So
already, or
no, but give me
maybe
a
I'm
second.
I'm faster than you. So let's have a little contest here.
Okay, one moment, one moment. Okay, let me see. I've got it.
Ah, damn it. Okay, 1-0 for you.
Okay. So this is the link where you can see the whole course of a trading news how. So yeah, during the webinar, just if you have good questions, just use the chat screen. We will answer your question as soon as possible. I think Matthias will take an eye on it.
Yeah, I have an eye on it all the time. So don't be shy. Let's write everything down what you want.
Okay, good. So important. Even if you decide that trading news events does not suit you, you cannot ignore them. Always remain aware of when they are due and how they could affect your existing positions in the market.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everything
So
is dependent to each other. So it's very important to have an eye on very, very important economic news like yeah, elections or other decisions from great men.
yeah, great men like Trump. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there have been also different kind of news. The first one is scheduled news. Second is anticipated but unscheduled news, and third, yeah, the unforeseen events. And
Mhm.
on the next page, I will show you some examples.
The deepest impact has the unforeseen events.
Yes,
Unfortunately, in most cases are bad news.
yes, yes. In most cases, unfortunately. Yes, for example, events are just scheduled events. For example, these are news events that have pre-scheduled publication times that you are aware of in advance. These include economic figures such as interest rate announcements that are published on a regular basis. This type of news is relatively easy to prepare for when planning your daily schedule.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you can see most of them in an economic calendar, or yeah, some examples are the Fed, the FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee decisions, or the ECB rate decisions, or the non-farm payrolls every first Friday in the month. So these are some examples of it.
Yeah. On the ECB side, the leading figure has been changed. Now, Lagarde. Like I think that was pronounced correct. Yeah, Lagarde or Lagarde.
I think it's Christine Lagarde.
Christine Lagarde took the responsibility for the ECB.
Mhm.
So let's see in future how we will go on with the policy of Draghi or not. We will see. Good. And the second one is anticipated but unscheduled events. These are news events that you know are coming soon, but you are not sure exactly when to expect the details that will affect market prices. These include political meetings, such as summits attended by heads of state. These type of news events is more difficult to trade than pre-scheduled news, especially for short-term traders, because it is more difficult to decide where and when to enter positions, and any trades you may carry a higher risk.
Mhm.
There is, of course, the option of staying out of the market entirely until any such news is eventually released.
Best example here is Brexit. So everything
Yes.
anticipates something, but nobody knows when it's finally happened.
Last time you were right, Matthias, really, by the end of October.
Yeah,
Now
yeah, I
nothing will
know.
happen.
So now it's postponed to December, right?
At first elections, I think.
Mhm.
And then I think the Brexit is postponed to end of January next year.
I think it's very similar to the airport Berlin. Never ending story.
13 years, can you imagine? Now they are using this as a parking place, yeah, for Volkswagen.
Okay.
Okay, good. The third one is unforeseen events. These are news events that are completely unexpected, such as out of the blue announcements from central banks or news of natural disasters or acts of terrorism. These are by far the most difficult news events to trade, as it is impossible for you to actively prepare for their publication or impact. All
Mhm.
you can do is react following the announcement. I think the best example is the 9/11,
Yeah.
yeah, or 2008, the insolvency of Lehman.
Or 2011, Fukushima,
Yes, Fukushima.
things like that. So these are events you cannot anticipate, you cannot prepare for, you can only react on this kind of news.
Yeah, yeah. And my best advice is because I learned this from line 9/11, close all positions, independent if that's loss or profit. Yeah, and then yes, wait and see what
Hmm.
happened next.
Yeah, good plan.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is this is gambling. This is, I think, more dangerous than gambling, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
absolutely. Except maybe the only benefit in these kind of situations have option sellers, because option sellers
Mm,
sell risk and they earn a lot of premium in such times.
correct. Yeah. So we'll show you also some chart examples. For example, scheduled events. Yeah, on the left side. And on the right side, the unforeseen events. I think the right side is the Swiss franc
Yes,
situation.
January 2015 it was, I think.
hmm 2015, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, 2015, where the limit has been removed by the central
Mhm.
bank. A
And
lot
they
of,
promised 2 days before, 3 days before, we will never do this.
yes.
It's the
Yeah,
black swan.
yeah, you can trust on the Swiss central bank, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this is really the best example for the unforeseen events. Yeah, what happened 3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, very really. I think also brokers and banks went in bankruptcy. Yeah,
Mhm.
like Alperi London.
Alpari, I
Yeah,
think.
Alperi
Mhm.
and some other small brokers. Unfortunately.
Yes.
Okay, good. And yeah, the second one is using an economic calendar. Always be careful when trading around news events when figures are released, especially if they are considered very important to the market. Prices can become very volatile. The first one is, of course, step one, set the calendar time. Step two, check the daily schedule. Step three, interpret the economic calendar. Step four, find out more about an event, research. So we show you some examples. For example, step one, set the calendar time. To
This
work
is a new
best,
slide, right?
sorry?
This is one of the new slides.
Yes, this is one of the
Okay.
news. It's correct. Yeah, step one, set the calendar time because I went more in the detail regarding the economic calendar. And to work best, the economic calendar should be set to your local time. Very important, because I know some cases someone's sitting in, for example, in Hamburg, and just set up a time for example, New York, and just wondering why it is 6 hours earlier. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Action trading.
The action. Correct. And the time and the place where you are based, of course. This means that you can instantly see at what time during your own trading day an event will occur. This saves you wasting time and possibly making expensive mistakes trying to calculate time differences. To set the calendar time, click on the current time link and select your time zone. Very important. Step one, set the calendar time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Coming to step two, yeah, check the daily schedule. To find out what news events are scheduled for a particular trading day, open the economic calendar and then scroll down to the date you are interested in. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the
And
left side.
almost every broker on the world delivers such a economic calendar.
Yes, every good broker. Yes, have
Mhm.
got on their pages the economic calendar as well. Yeah, they've got all the same, yeah, all the same information channel and everything. Step three, yeah, interpret the economic calendar. At the top of the calendar, you will see a number of headings, for example, on the time, the currency, yeah, the impact, yeah, the importance, yeah, of these news, event, the actual forecast and previous, yeah, and which gave you information about what kinds of events you are dealing with, yeah. And the fourth, the last step, find out more about an event. To gather even more information about a specific news event, click on it. You will then see an expanded view. Look at the screenshot and then read the key underneath to find out what each section of the expanded view will tell you. Yeah, more
Mhm.
information. Very important, the research. And if you find out more detailed or some own opinions, yeah, I can recommend, for example, pages like Trading Economics, yeah, .com, or news pages like CNBC.com or CNN.com. Yeah, these are very, very good pages where you can get more about some, yeah, opinions about the markets.
Yeah, and maybe it's worth to mention Reuters and Bloomberg because
Yes,
they have also some free sections for
yes,
everybody.
yes. Reuters and Bloomberg, correct. So, and what I did also in my past when I worked at the trading desk, we had every time on our TV channel, for example, channels live like
Mhm.
CNBC or CNN or Bloomberg or now Reuters not, but Bloomberg, CNN, and CNBC.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's always good to see a red breaking news
yeah.
banner on the bottom of a screen.
This is very important. For example, unforeseen events. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, like breaking news. Correct. Good. And the last chapter, what we're going to do is preparing your day. Step one, analyze analyst expectations, what we told before. Analysts will inform an opinion on the results of an announcement and how it could move prices. This is usually a major influence on market behavior following on an announcement when traders compare them to the actual result.
Mhm.
What we talked, yeah?
Yeah, it's always important to compare the expectations with the real number. Because if everything is in line, then nothing happens. Nothing moves the markets because nobody has to change their positions. But if expectations and the real number are very far from each other, then you will see huge moves in the market.
Yeah. And step two, yeah, build possible scenarios. Once you have the analyst expectation, you then prepare for different scenarios so you can respond quickly when the real figures arrive.
Mhm. What this means is, for example, if the number goes above 10, yeah, just a random number, then I will do this. If the number is above 20, then I will do this. And if the number goes below zero, then I will do this. So you have a very clear to-do list, what to do, what if scenarios you can say. So this is very important. Then you can react in a very fast time.
And very important is discipline
Yes.
to follow your
Patience
plan.
and discipline. And money management, of course.
And money management, yeah, risk management, not profit management, risk management. Good. Step three, observe the current market conditions. Now that you have your trading scenarios, you should see what the current market conditions are. Is the market trending or ranging? Yeah. And keep in mind the costs of trading. Another important issue you need to consider is the fact that the cost of trading can go up when news is released. Every time happens these in currency trading, in Forex.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we know these, for example, ECB meetings or FOMC meetings when unforced or when unexpected rate decisions coming out, the bid side or the offer side is going extremely wide or the spreads expanded extremely. And I know a lot of cases where people made losses there.
Absolutely. And I see some of the US clients we have, US customers. Hello to US right now, but I know some of you using brokers with zero costs. But what we mean here with the cost of trading is the bid-ask spread. You always have to pay the bid-ask spread. And of course, the slippage. In very, very heavy and active market conditions, you will never get the price you want to have. So, for example, you want to buy something for 112.0, then you get it maybe for 112.3. So you have a slippage, a cost, and this is what we mean, not the fee.
Keep in mind, very important, and no one is working without charters.
Yes,
Yeah, keep in mind, really. This is a hard work, a hard world, I would say. Good. We came to the end of the webinar. If you have good questions, just take the time for the next couple of minutes and use the chat screen, or you can contact us here anytime at our email address support@tradimo.com. There you can contact Matthias and myself anytime for further questions. I would appreciate if you could also send us some suggestions, which topics you are interested for, and yeah, we will set this up and do it for our next webinars then.
yes.
Good.
Unfortunately, I don't see any question, so that makes me a little bit sad.
So everything was clear, Matthias, on the other side.
Yes, okay, you can see it this way, of course.
A little bit positive. Okay, Matthias. Yeah, we came to the end. If you want to see the whole course, we pasted the link in the chat screen. Just check it out. And on our webpage, you will see the schedules or the new webinars where you can attend. I would appreciate, yeah, to see you once again. And after the webinar, yeah, please take a little bit time to rate this webinar, if that was good or bad. Yeah, and yeah, just send us suggestions for new topics, what you're interested for.
Yeah, we would appreciate it.
Yeah, Matthias.
Okay.
Have a nice evening.
Yeah, you
Thanks
too,
for that.
guys. See you next week.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.